We've got smoke. Got a green light from Houston, Jim. We've got ignition. Wait a minute. We've got smoke. We're going to cue the countdown here. T-minus 9, 8, 7. We've got smoke. 6, 5. We've got ignition. 4, 3, 2, 1. We've got RIP. Takeoff. Condolences to his family. RIP Takeoff. Hey, y'all, welcome. I would call this an emergency edition of Mouthpiece Included, but we didn't do that. We didn't have an emergency show. You know why? Some of us have jobs. You understand? Families and shit. Whole lot to unpack here, there, fella. And due to that fact, let's go see if we can't just pretty much jump right into it. Because again, some of us have to work, responsibilities, obligations. So, fair use, y'all. Welcome to Mouthpiece Included. This is a podcast where we talk politics. I will pin the link so you can pull up in the chat. We talk politics, which is sports and politics and everything that's in between. This is one of your co-hosts, 9 Millie. And of course, I'm joined today by our resident Silver Back, Big Ace, and urban Silver Back Guerrilla or Gorillette, who still may have his or her, or their gonads. They may decide to pull up. So today's burning question is: the Bears general manager, Ryan Poles, he's some sort of colored, is he on the clock after turning his back on the majority of Chicago Bears fans, trading quarterback JF1? I mean, can't I purchase a Ryan Poles jersey or get one manufactured? Go on TikTok out there before they ban it, because China. Should I? Shan't I get a Ryan Poles jersey and point it up on TikTok? I don't know. Should I be butthurt? Should I? Should the Bears fan unify? It's all the narrative right now. Yeah, it's time for the Bears fans to come back together. It's time to use it. You know what I mean? Oh, boy, we're going to get into it. We're going to go ahead and... I told you about Poles, Ace. We're going to get into it. Bitch. Fuck. Hold on. We're not... we haven't discussed this at all, guys. We're going in this fresh. So it's going to be a lot of emotion here. Told you though, boy. All right, but we're going to get into it. He is colored. I'm going to... All right. But was this a strategic master stroke or time-ticking, time-bomb blunder made by this copper-colored, melanated general manager? Join us as we analyze his bold move and its implications for our Bears, our beloved Bears. Future out there. I mean, we've never had a quarterback, and I hate me. Well, we had Jimbo McMahon, damn it, and I liked him. I like Cal Orton too, damn it. I'll tell you what, that drop-dead gorgeous Cal Orton, I liked him, and I liked McMahon. All right? Stop it with these narratives and these lies and shit. So I'm supposed to be happy because we got some sort of they-them, potentially. All right, we're not there yet. All right, we'll also discuss the latest news and updates from the world of politics. Y'all pull up, talk your shit. So stand down, stand back, stand by. Well, we'll pull up, but if you do pull up, do not out there. Do not forget to bring your mouthpiece. You better have it today. Yeah? All right. Let's get some more mild-mannered guests in the building. I mean, not the guest, co-host. I'm sorry. Big Ace is in the building. Jackie Robinson's finest. Down.
I got my mouthpiece today, man.
Better.
We got some hot fire today, baby.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have some heat. I'm not even drinking no liquors today because I figured we'd get the whole station banned. But go ahead and give us some hubbub before we hop into it, dear fella.
Yeah, I mean, the hubbub, of course, is a man that's going to another team. So I guess it's going to be my AFC team now. Based on this participation trophy.
They got him and Pookie Wilson on the same roster now. We had a show on both of them last week. Get Lamar on there. You can have a quarterback run with Lamar, Pookie Wilson, and Ray Field.
It looks like I need to get back into Madden. I can come out there and have me some sets with Pookie Wilson and Ray Fields out there. Man, who's gonna stop us?
Who's gonna stop us?
Who's gonna stop us? It's we'll get more into the entitlement era of the NFL and what the hell Pookie Poles did with our franchise and our quarterback situation.
You guys, that's huge. You have big aces, a known Bears homer, in my opinion. Calling this guy Pookie Poles. I've never heard him use such terminology towards it. And that's we're gonna get into that. We're gonna save it. That's ultimately the question. Do you still trust Poles? I said I'm gonna trust him. I'm not gonna be I'm a hypocrite. But we're gonna get there.
That son of a bitch is on the clock. If he don't think he put himself on the clock, damn it.
All of the pundits are saying that he extended his clock, so they're saying that. But we'll get there. All right, listen. Yeah, that's the narrative, though, bro. He did. Yeah. You're doing your job just to save your ass. That's what's wrong with society. This Generation X and these millennials. It's all about saving their own ass.
Nobody got any balls.
No, nobody. I'm a pussy, so I'm gonna do the pussy move. Right. Can you say pussy on YouTube? Cat.
Feline.
Yeah. There you go, algorithm.
Do the feline move.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get on it. Sox, bro. I mean, I'm not going to talk about the Cubs. We're not going to spend a lot of time on any of this shit. But the Sox are moving pitcher Dylan Cease, who I personally never heard of. I mean, nobody cares. They got a shithole stadium. You know what I mean? All right, but go ahead, bro. You're a Sox fan. Give me some background.
The Sox are building a new stadium. Yeah, they got rid of Cease because it's obvious the White Sox aren't going to win this year, so they had to get rid of their best pitcher. Got 4 prospects back in return. We'll see if a couple of them pan out or maybe one. But by the time they're competitive again, the new stadium will be built, and we'll see we'll have a new manager and players, and so really none of it really matters. There's no reason to talk about the Sox.
Is the guy any good? That's all the public wants to know. Is this pitcher, is it worth talking about? Where was he in the rotation?
He was our ace.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was our ace, and now he's going to San Diego to be in their rotation. He might move up to the ace. He was a good pitcher. He had an off season last year. He ended up 7-9, but the team sucked. So how the hell he's gonna have? Let's go back to this. How he's going to have a damn good record if the whole damn team sucks?
Well, I mean, you know what I mean. But did they blame him like they blamed JF1?
No, they didn't blame him. They just wanted to capitalize off of him, like the Bears. We'll get on that later. But
all right. Hey, you guys, I just put the link in the chat. You guys, you're welcome to pull up out there.
Pull up. I got a lot of people on Facebook talking shit about How about Justin? Yeah, they should have got rid of him, and he wasn't doing anything. Look at his record. Look at the damn guys he was throwing to and playing with. But we'll talk about that when the other.
Is that a halter top?
Yeah, that guy's wearing a sports bra.
Now, has this been confirmed? They said it's some sort of NIL that some company put him in, and we're gonna make you look like a little freakazoid, so we give you a check and walk around like a little bitch. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, he had to wear the sports bra to get the check. But I mean, come on, he already, he's had the Dr. Pepper commercials. Imagine him wearing that shit into the Heisman house.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see him drinking a Dr. Pepper in Boys Town doing a little tap dance, and maybe he can dance like some Michael Jackson or something, like a little coon from back in the day. I'd dress him up. You drink Dr. Pepper, don't you know? You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
lift his shirt up. You know what I mean?
Show his nipples and shit.
Yeah.
That'll get him some more spots.
Well, we're not going to have this show attacking this guy. You guys, all part of our healing process. You know what I mean? And we'll talk about it, because a lot of people will say, I said if we get rid of JF1, I'd go with Bilbo Bajan at this point. I told you I'd shove Bilbo Bajan down the fan base's throat.
Yeah, you wanted him last year. Here he is. I got him.
They sure did want him, didn't they? All the media and everybody. Yep.
Go out there and get MSJ as a stud #1 pick and shove him right down the fucking throat. Why can't this son of a bitch win with Marvin Harrison Jr., DJ Moore? And he probably will win a few games, but we're trying to get to the damn Super Bowl, not save a few dollars by getting a rookie contract. But
that was pretty dumb. And last week, bro, you gave your shit. So last week you gave your NBA, and we didn't give ours. We got sidetracked. The NBA predictions. So I'll just give you a quick final four. I'm not believing them. So I'm going to say Boston, New York.
New York, that's bold.
Yeah. Boston, New York, Denver, and counting the Clippers. I wouldn't say I don't give a fuck. If I had to pick a champion this year, I saw what Boston did, how they imploded in the finals last year. I'd have to go with Denver again, bro. Yeah.
What about LeBron? What about LeBron?
They don't play any defense.
No.
I saw the game personally, and I was like, this shit is, man, they were playing like it was an all-star game. It was a game in LA, and I'm like, this shit is horrible. But you know what I mean? And coach can't do anything, because you can't talk to these kids. Their parents don't discipline them anymore. I'm not going to have you comment on it, but I know every teacher that I, interact with, every single one from every walk of life, it says they're going through hell because none of the parents are raising their kids anymore, bro. And they think it's the school's job. They drop them off. Yeah. And then or the coach's job. Yeah. It's crazy. And then you wonder why, this little bastard has no respect for adults.
Yeah, you got it. Can I say that? You got to punch him in the fucking chest sometime and get. What did you just say?
Man. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's move on. Quarterback of the week is JF1. All right. Yeah. We're having an emergency quarterback of the week, and it's going to be Justin Fields. Okay. All right.
I'm going to enjoy going out to Pittsburgh.
Catching some games.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bears off my roster for at least 1 year of games. I'm going to the Super Bowl next year, but, I'm going to make a trip to Pittsburgh or somewhere Steelers are playing once these.
Well, I'm going to attempt to be consistent, and we'll, I said, I'll support. But let's move on. Is Pose on the clock after trading JF1? The co-host here said C. He says C. Yeah.
Pookie. Pookie es el tiempo para mi mente para sending mi amigo over to Pittsburgh. C.
All right. Now, we got some other NFL news because it's been crazy. This is all related to the Bears because we really can't, we don't have time to process all this shit.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm proud that we inked All Pro safety. And Poles knew we were going to be pissed. That's why he made all these other moves up front, trying to pay, he re-signed Jalen Johnson, get big ups for that. He signed All Pro, multiple All Pro. We're not talking about just Pro Bowler because that's bullshit. All Pro safety. Kevin Byard, 2 years, $15 million. What's your thoughts on that move, bro?
That's a good move. I mean, all these Philly fans are talking about, hey, good luck with him, but shit, he wasn't all pro for y'all, but damn it, he's gonna be all pro for us because he's gonna be gone. But I think he just didn't feel the situation going on in Philly, and now he's ready to get back into be a monster of the Midway after leaving Tennessee, going to Philly for a year, and coming to Chicago. So, and, he understands the situation here, and I think he'll be a good player for the Bears for these next 2 years and maybe into the future.
How
Maybe a
much of an
career.
upgrade from Jackson? So if you rated, like, if I rate Jackson last year, if I rated him a 6, where would you rate out of 10? Where would you rate this guy?
I have to give him an 8 before he starts playing with the team, and yeah, and they were never
We
going to
talking
pay.
all pro. We talking like 6, 7 times, bro. This dude's a Hall of
Yeah,
Famer.
this guy's got 28 interceptions. I mean,
He's a Hall of Famer.
there's no way they were going to continue to pay Jackson for whiffing on tackles and being out of position and not getting to the
Being out of
ball.
position and then looking at the younger players and suggesting it's their fault, but then when you
Yeah,
look at the tape, you come to realize it was his fault. Yeah,
it's
he
his
got
fault
that
every
move from
time.
LeBron. Used to do that.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. But so good luck to him. Hopefully, he finds another team. I don't see it happening in this league, but I'm happy that they made that upgrade, and they got Simone Biles to play
The
safety
husband.
for the Bears as well. Oh yeah, her husband to play safety for the Bears, and that's our Taylor Swift for next year. So Simone's happy to be coming FGB to be coming to Chicago instead of having to take a dump truck to get from the airport to Packer Stadium.
All right, so we picked up a safety. Boom,
Yeah.
we needed it. 3 years, 25 million for 25-year-old DeAndre Swift. Now, they did say Poles is, everybody was talking about it. They did say he was making calls on Saquon. So I think Ryan Poles might be watching the show because you heard it right here on Mouthpiece Included first. We should have had that dude last year.
Yeah, but they said Saquon chose to go to Philadelphia. The Bears were in the hunt to get
I
him
think
here.
Bezo was right. Poles wanted Justin to fail because he could have done all these moves. He could have done a lot of this shit last season. Go ahead, bro. With the running back and shit. Go ahead, though.
Well, I mean, yeah. Shout out to Diesel. Hope he shows up today. But yeah, he was right. He could have. He did want Justin to fail. He wanted to get him out of here.
Didn't he? Hey, look, Justin, we're going to sell some tickets and jerseys with you for the next 2 years. Here's a conversation you should have had with him, right? Yeah. If he was 100, do it right by him. We're going to use you, and then we're going to give you a chance to move as soon as we rebuild the team. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's literally what he did.
Yeah. Yeah, because he had no interest in him.
None.
We'll talk about it more, but
yeah, we'll talk about it.
But
and that's what I'm talking about. Character stuff with Poles. I'm not talking about the moves. You can make good moves, but it's
right.
And they keep saying, over time the players will forget about it. Like, are these veterans coming in to play with a rookie?
It's a business. This is a business. So he had to make all these moves and get all these veterans before they actually knew who the quarterback was going to be, or
right.
That the quarterback coming in wore sports bras to do workouts.
Have we confirmed this? Has this been confirmed?
That's you telling me that's not a sports bra behind you?
Right. I mean, you wouldn't be concerned if you saw one of your grown sons wearing this working out?
Yeah.
That's definitely a sports bra. It's a indoor-outdoor sports bra. It could be worn out in public or in private.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. It's just Chicago.
Yeah, it's a bra. I mean, a man bra.
You can wear that in Maryland or San Francisco or some other city.
Lincolnville, adjacent.
Well,
maybe I live in Lincoln Park. You live in Boys Town.
Well, the Obama library is opening up, and he was
Obama.
Yeah. So
who else did we get? We got a center. We got a center where they said I'm not talking about this bum you guys were raving about last week, the center/tackle. We got a starting center. I think who did you used to snap for last season? We got a starter.
Jesus Shuttlesworth. No, you talking about I'm talking about the guy from Buffalo. That's the guy we were talking about last week.
Yeah,
They
bum.
got
But
they got
no, we signed a center. He's a starter, bro. He's a starter, bro. Yeah.
yeah.
So I feel good about that.
We'll touch on him next week.
You
We'll
know,
touch. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, and they signed another. They signed the edge that came
yeah.
from
The guy,
Indianapolis.
hey, Nick Foles is making great moves here and there.
Yeah, he's lying to me. He said he's going to build this team through the damn draft, and we picking up 7, 8 free agents. Is that what he said? We're going to build this team through the draft. Now we're in position to trade the number 1 pick and get draft picks for the next 4 or 5 damn years, and he doesn't do it.
And traded JF1 for nonsense. But we'll get there. And actually, we're there. But before we get there, I just wanted to comment. This is the booger of the week. The jackass, because in Los Angeles, bro, it's a running joke here. If you're some sort of foundational American, if you're some sort of English is your first language type of person over here, if you're ignorant, you should, because they like to come up here. They like to come up here. Americans are stupid. Y'all only know one language. But guess what? We got jobs and shit.
Yeah, you're trying to get here, you son of a bitch.
Well, y'all learning other languages, right? We working shit like that. You know what I mean? The fuck, but big ups though. But my point is, it's a lot of this going on, bro. So you got people who and they dumb down the education system, and these people are graduating high school and they literally can't speak or read English in a way that is. I'm serious, bro. It's awful. Okay. We're getting a patois type of thing out here in LA, and they're using phonetics and chat talk. So anyway, the Kobe statue was a whole big thing.
Yeah.
Man, they had multiple misspellings.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? This is proof that Magic Johnson, Jeannie Buss, everybody in the organization who act like they love Kobe so much.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say his wife. But this is proof that all of them either can't spell, they can't proofread. There's nobody who really looked at that statue before they did the unveiling. What's your take on this?
Somebody's got to be in charge of damn proofreading a statue with a card on it from a particular game. If you had Kobe stats on there and that's it and that's all, but you're going to use a card from you're going to use the likeness of the game. He scored 81 points and the score report from that game. Then it makes sense to put a correct spelling on everybody that was associated with the game and the card. And so the fact that you would unveil the statue in front of the stadium with misspellings, and anybody could walk up and see that these names were misspelled or these coach's decision was misspelled is a travesty to Kobe Bryant. Yes, they're going to fix it. Of course, they're going to fix it. But damn. Why would you put it out there to embarrass Kobe, his family, and your organization?
Look at it from the perspective of the statue company. What up, D's? If you're the statue company, right, you're going to chisel some shit. Aren't you sending the final thing saying, hey, look, we're about to chisel this shit out, and I need y'all to take a look at the spellings of all this and make sure all this isn't
proofreading?
Yeah,
you call it proofreading. I don't think they do that.
Wow. And Kobe did a show literally called Details. He's probably rolling over in his grave like, D's son of a... What's your take on it, Diesel? And we're about to jump. You good timing, because right after we close this out, we're jumping on the topic at hand. What's your take on... did you hear about the Kobe statue with all the misspellings and shit?
Yeah, he's been kind of... They been kind of shitting on him a lot since he been passed, man, and all kinds of different things. So this is just another thing to put alcohol on the wound, make it sting even more. But yeah, I mean, I've seen people do on some of these reality shows, they do tattoos and they misspell the name and they get sued for it, So to do a monument or something along that nature, man, that's just ridiculous. It is. Who's the person in charge of the person who does the work, who actually looks over it before you go and put this thing up?
Diesel, you be riding in LA, Cali, you'll be riding on the freeway. Shit just be wrong. And you be like, nobody's fucking proofreading. Like, you got AI and stuff now. These are like, how is this happening? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's just complete laziness. I always say I don't know how anything gets done in the city of Los Angeles because people are so lax around here on the details, bro.
Yeah, but Kobe, he been getting it bad since he's been gone. It's been like a lot of dings taken at him, and this is just another thing. Just makes you cringe. Makes you cringe. I'm surprised they just didn't notice this before it was unveiled. I guess
shit you're chiseling, bro. It ain't like you easily correct. You're right. You know what I'm saying? Some shit you're chiseling, bro. Like,
right. Would they do this to Shaq or Kareem? I mean, come on.
Or
man.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan with some jackass in Chicago had misspelled Pippen's name or Jordan. You know, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Somebody had to see it, the finished product, before it was unveiled. And it was
too late to push back because they had that hard date, the February 8th, 2024 date. You're right. They couldn't push it back.
And I assume that his wife and kids didn't get to see it beforehand because I'm sure they would have been all over it. But, you want to be surprised and see it unveiled.
And they wanted that date. Remember, it was important because it was his daughter's number 2, his number 8, and then 2024. So that date, remember, so they couldn't push it back, but they could have covered it up. They like, look, this part we fucked up on, and we'll unveil that later.
You gotta prove it. Come on.
Yeah, that's just horrible.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I do a whole different one. Like whatever the pose of him is, I do a different pose of him that he's known for, and just do a whole different one.
Well, they said according to his wife, they said that's what he wanted. Because he's actually pointing at the stands, pointing at the Lakers fans, and they said that's the one that Kobe requested. That's the pose he requested. That's why they did that. It could have been better because he's doing some good, like, you know what I mean? So I never knew that's what Kobe was doing, but yeah, he was loving LA, He talked about autism. And speaking of autism, let's go ahead and move on. I think Kobe was high on the autism scale too, because nobody liked him, so all right, let's push on. All right, JF1 to the Steelers. We've had a lot of talk about the guy who was on the Eagles. And these are, they should say you can get a 1st-round pick or 2nd-round pick or a 3rd-round pick for him. And here's a guy who's running a 4.35, only 24, you know what I mean, with NFL experience. And we were lucky to get a flyer. I mean, this guy, Ryan Poles, was taking phone calls and negotiating hard. He got a whole 6th-round pick for this motherfucker, and it might be a 4th if JF1 plays 51% of the snaps and rushes for 1,200 yards. All right, y'all, we're here. Okay, we're not going to answer the question, although Ace already answered his polls on the clock. Ace said, yeah, hold your answer these for the end. Comments. The move's been made, y'all. Let's and before y'all do it, JF1 joined Cam and Lamar as the only quarterbacks in NFL history to pass for 6,000 yards and rush for 2,000 yards in their first 3 seasons, Ace. And he didn't even play all 3 seasons. He didn't even start all 3 seasons, But that's all water under the bridge.
Well, before we get into that, one of our loyal watchers I saw this week, commented on how the ability for me and Diesel to agree to disagree. Now, I didn't know that it was going to come to such a hit so quickly, them trading JF1. But she said this is something that the youth of today need to aspire to or learn, the ability to agree to disagree. And I just wanted to shout out to the Butterfly, our loyal watcher, that told me that it was great to see this on last week's show.
Yeah, well, you guys are going to start doing that. What's good about you guys is the back and forth. Fucking Tom and Jerry. But, Diesel, I'll say this. I was flabbergasted. And we did report it, though. We did take the time to report it. We did a whole show on it. When he came on here and said he doesn't think Fields is a Foles guy, and he almost said something about they might be conspiring against him.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah?
Bro, when you finally get everything together.
Yeah, they were.
All right, but I'm going to throw it to y'all, man, because I got some stuff, but just don't address the question. But what y'all got on this? It's done. We're here. It's over.
It was a conspiracy.
Now he thinks it's a conspiracy, Diesel. We had to show he was giving me a whole bunch of bullshit. Go ahead, Diesel.
Yeah. Now, from what I hear, some of the reports, he actually screwed. And this is one of GMs make mistakes. They do good stuff, they do bad stuff. But he made mistakes in terms of how he was offered more initially for Fields. And from what I'm hearing, he was offered like some teams were offering number 2 and another pick, which is
like
some
how
things
long
we were
ago?
saying.
Like what time frame was this? Last season?
This is no. This is like before you started hearing these other teams weren't going to be re-signing certain individual quarterbacks and things of that nature. And once that started happening, they started losing leverage, and he was turning it down when these teams were offering him this stuff initially. This is what I'm hearing.
Well, he's an idiot.
And he was holding out, thinking like, "Hey, we're gonna end up getting more, so I could just hold fast and see what happens." Except
you mean the same guy who said he
way.
wants to do right by Justin Fields, the same guy didn't want to trade him when he had the opportunity.
Yeah, same guy.
Okay, go on. I want y'all to know, but go ahead.
Yeah, he held too long, and then all of a sudden the weather changed, and he's like, "Oh damn!" He don't have his umbrella. Once the weather changed and started raining, it's like, "Oh man, damn!" Now we kind of stuck, and ain't really gonna get much. And I honestly believe if nobody offered him anything, they would have just released him. They would have just released him and gotten nothing for him.
Participation trophy. But if you're telling me this son of a bitch who knew he was going to trade this guy had an offer of a 2 and didn't get rid of him, he's a bigger idiot than I thought.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they said
he won the trade. Let's start there.
The Steelers
won the trade.
The Steelers and Fields, both of them. Fields is in the perfect position with them because Wilson is really. It's a 1-year deal for Wilson, right? Now here's what's crazy. Fields wouldn't be going to the Steelers if the dum-dum who was the Steelers starter,
Sam Howell or whatever.
No, Pickett. He requested to be traded after they signed Russell Wilson. Like, dude, what leverage do you have? You ain't done nothing.
He didn't want to be in a quarterback competition.
Yeah, like you ain't done nothing.
Right,
you ain't done nothing. You should be happy this guy's here. And you can back him up. He's only there for a year.
Yeah, but he's not going to back up a color. Go ahead, Abe.
And he requested a trade.
He's from Pennsylvania.
They traded him, and then they get Fields. So Fields in the perfect spot there because he might take over for him. Let's say he beats him out in training camp.
Yeah.
Right. Even though they saying there's really no thing, but if he beats him out, great. He can play this year's start. Or he can sit back and watch and learn and everything. He's still young, and he can mold into the type of scheme that they run in.
So who won the trade, Ace? And if you're Pittsburgh, who are you starting? And I'll throw that to you too, Diesel. That's I did a whole rant on Russell Wilson. You know what I mean?
I mean, Pittsburgh fleeced the Bears again with a 6th-round pick next year. You didn't get it.
Getting fleeced by Pittsburgh. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. They got some Boys Town pictures of Pookie Poles. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I think Pookie Poles is suspect. Him and his little thing. We fly around and together on the plane and tickle each other's assholes and go to the colleges together. His little friend who didn't want to leave and take a GM job because he wanted to keep cleaning Pookie Poles' bum. But go ahead, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. But I mean, you got they got the Chase Claypool trade, and they got a lineage player back in their fold from one of their former players they got for that draft pick last year for Chase Claypool. Now you're getting Justin Fields, who just needed a system, an identity, a system with an identity.
Players, some fucking playmakers. How about that?
He just needed a coach, man. He needed coaching. And the Bears didn't have it here. They didn't fire the coach. They fired the offensive coordinator. They should have cleaned house. Instead, they kept the the head coach and fired the offensive coordinator.
So, all right. So, who are you starting? If you're Pittsburgh,
I'm starting whoever wins the job in training camp, just like the
who
Bears.
do you think is going to win the job in training camp? Come on, we got Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. We should be able to say and predict. Me personally, it's tough.
I don't know.
Russell's getting $1 million. You got the future with Justin. You know what? I'd probably start Justin Fields if you want to be 100% honest.
I mean, I would, because you're not going to pay the guy after next year. So why the hell would you have any? And they still got the option of paying the 5th-year option to pay Justin, and they're going to send.
I got to see what I got in
Russell
Justin, because I'm only paying Russell $1 million. He can sit his ass on the bench and coach.
Yeah,
I think what Russell's gonna start.
Yeah, that's just
if you know how Pittsburgh's offense is really not suited for Justin. It's more, which has kind of been Tomlin's thing since he's been there. They traditionally will run the ball, kind of like how the Bears were, but they started passing, and Tomlin's pass happy.
No, I hear you. And I want you to continue, but this offense and suited, like Greg Roman, they brought him in San Diego, bro, and I mean they got a white quarterback. You know what I'm saying? They gonna fit him into that offense.
I think it's based on coaching. If you got a coach that wants to win and knows how to tailor his offense / defense to his personnel,
and it ain't rocket science.
You're going to make it happen. If Russell is the best option for you beginning the season, you fitting Justin in different packages, and then your packages.
That's what I would do. I'd start Russell the first 8 games and then go with Justin after he get comfortable in the new system. Yeah. Man, this is about Justin, bro. If I'm Pittsburgh, I gotta know what I got in him. I need, just like the Bears. They're in the same position our Bears are in, bro, before we just moved Justin. They got to know what they got in him as quick as possible.
Yeah.
No, I think because Fields will play more than Wilson will in the preseason, so the backups usually always play more than the starters. But again, Russell Wilson, man, he passed. Look at how many touchdowns he passed for last season. It was
lots. I did a whole fucking rant on this. Yeah, so
he's gonna actually, from what they do on a regular. Yeah, now and remember, Russell can run too. He's just not as effective as he was younger in his career, but he can still get out the pocket and stuff. So I think they'll go with him to start. Unless he struggles or gets hurt, you're not going to see Fields playing. Now, they might put him in for some packages or whatever, because he can be kind of like a hybrid to an extent, or you could put him in for some of those wildcat plays or whatever. And Pittsburgh, I think
Fields before I traded him for a 6. I'm just going to start there. I would have kept Fields.
But you can't, because his agent ain't going to sit there and let you do that. If his agent sees you draft the number 1 pick with a quarterback,
there's no choice.
He's going to say, we want out of here. He's going to hold out. He ain't going to play.
He's on contract.
So then hold out.
Right. Hold out. The worst case is I would have got a 6 for him at that point, if that would have happened. That would have happened.
It's 5-12. He wasn't.
If that would happen. There's no guarantee that would happen. Fields might have said, let me come in here and count on myself. Maybe his agent would have said, bet on yourself. Go in there and kick ass for the last season with the Bears. This is your debut. You know what I mean? But they might give you 6 weeks, 8 weeks before Caleb takes over. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't have traded him.
He wouldn't be starting, though. Nah, you missing it, bro.
Here's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even draft. What I'm saying is I would have kept Fields and not drafted a quarterback if all I could have got was a 6 for him. That's what I'm saying. That metrics had a lot to do with what I was able to get for Fields. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. So Paul's had to have been in love with Caleb or whoever he's going with, because it could be Drake May, it could be Daniels, which we'll get into. Paul's had to have not been in love with Fields, to your point, a year ago, and fell in love with one of those other guys, which is what he's been saying. I got to fall in love with somebody else to be willing to move off him for a 6, bro. Like, he could have kept him.
My problem with the situation is you're drafting the rookie quarterback and bringing them into your new system, new offensive coordinator, whatever. If that's what you're going to do, Have Justin start your season out as your starting quarterback. He's a starting quarterback in the NFL. And let this kid hold the clipboard, learn
Pass the
behind,
baton. Right.
and then move him.
Right.
But to get rid of him for a 6th-round pick,
Right.
and it's the participation trophy era. I'm going to give you this job, so we got to get rid of this other guy because nobody in the fucking building got the nuts to tell this guy, hey, we drafting a quarterback, and you're not maybe going to be the starter. We'll see what happens.
Correct.
And we don't know what's going to happen in the future.
Correct.
So, it's not, I think both of y'all are missing it. It's not what you're getting for Fields. It's you're not our guy, you're gone, regardless. We don't care.
Why?
Like I said, because that's how it is. When you make that decision that this guy isn't your guy, so when you're hold on, let me finish.
They got a 4th-rounder for that other dude.
If you're
Dallas
drafting,
gave up a 4th-rounder for that dude last year.
If you're drafting that high of a pick for a quarterback, he's not going to sit. Maybe 20, 30 years ago they don't sit like that no more. They're coming in starting. So you can't have Fields.
If me and Ace was at a pickup game, y'all was on my team, and y'all was like, okay, you was like, I want to take Ace, right? But I'm gonna give you, some nonsense for Ace. And I'm like, well, why would I move on for Ace? Like, why would I move up? And you're like, well, you could potentially get this other guy who's standing over here, who's the best in the whole gym, right? Potentially, but I'm moving on for Ace for 0. I'm losing him. I lost
because he's not. The way it works is he's not your guy, right? If you keep him, it's disgruntled. It makes bad chemistry with the team. He's got to go.
That's an assumption. That's an assumption.
Unless no. Listen to what I'm telling you. The only way you're going to keep Fields, right, is if your pick was like the 9 pick, right? Let's say it was just that 9. We didn't have this 1, right? And you're drafting a quartradback there or somewhere later in the first round. Then you can keep.
No. The only way you're going to keep Fields is if you trade it down,
bro. No, that's the same thing I'm saying. Same thing I'm saying. If your only pick was the 9, right? So the 9 is your pick. You're drafting a quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you might keep Fields.
Why?
Right? Because that's
you don't want him. You don't want him. So
that's if you want to keep him. If you don't want him, he's gone. Like,
if you don't want him, you don't want him. But my point is that
exactly.
here's what I'm trying to say. Let's say you're trying to sell a car. It's probably a better example. I got a car. I want to sell it, right? The car might be worth $10,000. Here's a good example. $10,000, right? I want this $10,000 so I can go get a new model car, the new technology, and go ahead and get it. Ace pulls up and says, look, I know you want to get this new car, and I know you don't want this car no more, and you didn't choose it, your wife chose it, you inherited this car, whatever it is. So I'm going to give you $2,000 for this car. I don't have to sell it. Hold on, let me finish. I could say, you know what? This car has been pretty trustworthy up until this point. You know what I mean? I could change the oil and work with it and change the tires and stuff like that. That's all I'm saying, Diesel. At the 6th-round pick, you gave the car away. And all I'm saying is I would have just kept it and waited till next season or whatever it might have taken.
They would have released them anyway. If they didn't get nothing for them,
why?
They would have released them. Because you can't have them. You can't have them when you
got
Caleb.
They didn't have to take Caleb.
You're drafting a quarterback with the number 1 pick. Well, yeah, all of that is fine if you're not doing it. I'm telling you what they thinking when they did it. We're getting a quarterback with the number 1 pick. But I've been telling you all that before this. I've been saying if you draft a quarterback, were we winning with Fields? No. We wasn't winning with him.
7 games last year.
7 games. Wow, there's 17 games. We won 7, right? And he didn't win 2 of them. No, a fucking rookie.
We 1 year off.
A rookie won 2 of them games. He didn't win. So no, I've been saying it before this happened.
When you was watching those games, the only reason I was watching was for Justin fucking Fields. What are you talking about?
Well, that's you. That's the only reason you. Well, you had a sad situation watching
this
because he's the only reason.
He was the only one we had. He was it.
What? Yeah, you
got. Who are you watching the games for?
Fake Bear fans. That's what I'm hearing. Fake Bear fans. Fake Bear fans. You watching just because of Fields. Who the fuck is Fields to be watching a Bears game? You gonna watch just because of Fields.
So when
you gonna watch this shit?
Let me. When Michael Jordan was a rookie, right? I watched the Bulls before Mike was a rookie. When Mike was a rookie, the reason I was watching the fucking Bulls was to enjoy watching Michael Jordan because everybody else on the team sucked. That doesn't mean that I'm not a Bulls fan. That means that somebody is standing out. You know, I go to a Simeon game. Benji Wilson, rest his soul, is there, right? I'm there not for Simeon. I'm there for Benji Wilson because he's standing out. Now, if you have a bum team like the Bears have had, Fields was the only thing that was exciting. He broke an NFL record. That's all I'm saying. You got to at least give him that.
Yeah, he broke records both ways because he showed turning the ball over like a motherfucker, man.
Hold on, we got some hubbub in the chat, and we're going to get back into it.
Yeah, Mark
Daniels says, I still don't get the move. Matt Eberflus will have to win at least 9 games to keep his job. How can you win 9 games with a rookie? So he is out next year anyway. Very confusing to me. Yeah, more bear shit. And we got rid of the offensive coordinator. Why didn't we stay with the same goddamn offensive coordinator then?
Right.
That's a call for your boy Poles. If they don't feel that he's running the offense the way that they want it, because from what we get,
why would you move off Fields?
Because Fields was there. Fields wasn't showing any kind of potential that they wanted as a passer.
Well, I'm gonna go that far, but I hear you.
Never showed any progress. Only
if he did,
limited progress.
Hey, listen, if he did,
and 3 of the interceptions were on Hail Mary.
Limited. His thing is
running. My brother's take is that his development is developing, but he's been like these though. He hasn't been a Fields guy from the beginning, so red flag. But he just felt like Fields is developing, but he's developing just too slow.
Slow. And he
might
come. He could come around year 7 or 8.
He's gonna come around
like
next
your boy
year.
did for Seattle, right?
Like Geno Smith, something like that.
Yeah.
But that's just too long. It's too long to wait.
4.340.
Yeah, that's all
this
this
nonsense. We could have signed Fields for $30 million a season. All this nonsense about you got to pay him $60 million and all this shit. Baker Mayfield didn't get all that money. Nobody's talking about that. You didn't have to move off Baker Mayfield and reset the rookie clock for a quarterback because he's white. You didn't have to do it for the New York quarterback because he's white. You didn't move off of that. These black guys, Dak Prescott, all of a sudden he's got a woman saying he sexually assaulted her in 2017. Whenever these black men are up for contracts, then everything becomes an issue. What's you guys point to that?
Gardner Minshew and Sam Huff and Sam Darnold and all these bums that are running around the NFL getting contracts, and you can't find anybody that's interested in a guy running a 4.340, set a damn NFL record for rushing, and threw 16 touchdowns last year and had 6 notable interceptions.
Come on, was drafted 9 overall, right?
And worst fucking fourth quarter quarterback in the fucking NFL. You leaving that part out.
He's playing with
and
bums.
He can't fucking throw.
Now you go
and he can't throw, which is why nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted him.
Go out there and get some playmakers, and you get rid of them.
Yeah, right. We're gonna give him an All-Pro, Pro Bowl team. That's the only way he can play good, right? Give him a Pro Bowl team. No.
They're doing it for Caleb.
You got
they're doing it for Caleb.
What you mean they're doing it for Caleb? So what you got? You got DJ Moore, and you signed Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is at the end of his career. But he can still ball
off his best season. What are you talking about?
You didn't let me finish. He can still ball because you had a quarterback who can get him the ball. You got Justin Fields, like I told y'all. If it was Marvin Harrison Jr. on the other side of DJ Moore, who's going to throw him the ball? He
couldn't get the ball to DJ Moore?
No, he got it to Moore, but who else he going to?
He couldn't get it to Cole Kmet.
So he'd have got it to the other dude, too. He got it to Moore.
No, he's not that kind of dude. He's not a passer like that, man.
How about if he's passing to somebody who's good?
Man, y'all want to give him you got to give him everybody the all-decade team for this dude to look somewhat successful. No, he's got to go. You're not paying him all that money.
That's the damn ball.
Reset the clock.
Equinemius St. Brown and Pettis.
Reset the clock with a rookie who's gonna pass better than he did.
Running around out there that can't catch the ball.
Whatever quarterback they get outside of Drake May, any other quarterback they draft is going to pass better than this fool just did his entire career with the Bears. He probably has what?
Mike Daniels said Justin Fields was exciting. He was. I watched for number one. Let me finish. There was nothing else to watch. First 2 years, they gave him nothing. He was running for his life. He was not treated fairly. You can't disagree with any of that, Diesel. Now, if you're going to tell me there was somebody else on that team, especially 2 seasons ago, that you were like, "Ooh, I want to see him lace up and play every day," you're not being
truthful.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, we're going to watch the Bears. The Bears.
Look, everybody says that about Fields. His highlight reel is him running the ball, not throwing the ball.
No, I have highlights of him throwing the ball, bro.
You got like the same 2 or 3 plays
is running for his life.
Throwing the ball.
He's running for his life.
Listen, look up what he averaged throwing the ball with the Bears. It's like 200 a game, like 225 to average. If that, I think he has less 300 games than like any other quarterback since he's been in the league. Any quarterback. So he's not a threat to throw the ball.
I see some of the same issues that y'all allege Fields has in Caleb. When I watch him play, I love him just like I love Fields. I see some of the exact same issues holding the ball because he was running for his life. And people say, well, Caleb was running for his life. Well, so was Justin Fields, to Ace's point. You know, he was under pressure. He had the worst line. He had the 27th worst line, the 28th worst line, and the 29th worst line.
Caleb Williams doesn't have a problem with holding the ball when guys are wide open and you look at him and see him and you just don't throw it. He doesn't have that issue. Okay.
You're looking at the all-22. This is the NFL. This isn't college.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. So where do you get who you're going to pick up then from what they did in college? Thank you.
Here's the beauty of this, because Mike Tomlin and the Steelers are a genius. All they do is win Super Bowls, and they have a good organization, and all they do is get to the playoffs, and all they do is win. Mike Tomlin went out and got him. So the beauty of this is we'll be able to see, just like when Trubisky went there and stunk it up, we'll be able to see if Justin Fields was, to your point, just another Mitch Trubisky, or Justin Fields, to my point, is a potential all-pro. And I'm sticking on my prediction. I'm not going to out eat Crow if he's not all-pro this season. I'm going to have to eat Crow because they're probably going to start Pookie Wilson, which I wouldn't do. And I love Pookie Wilson. I'd have Pookie holding the clipboard for
$1 million. He ain't going to be all-pro. He is not going to be all-pro.
Because they won't start him. If they start him,
I wouldn't care if he did. He ain't about to be all-pro.
Because the national narrative,
people he going to be competing with in the AFC. Hell no. He is not going to be all-pro.
I didn't say all-pro. Pro Bowl. It's a difference.
He ain't making the Pro Bowl. No. You got C.J. Stroud, Mahomes, Lamar, hell no. He'd be lucky.
You don't think that game planning for C.J. Stroud this year?
It wouldn't matter if they would. You can't look when you can throw the ball and you're accurate with it and read defenses. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
What I'm saying though, Ace, go ahead. I'm gonna throw it to you, Ace. Go ahead.
It's the NFL. You can come in and do whatever the hell you're going to want to do in the first year. The next year, everybody in your division and everybody
teams
in the
still scout you every week. They scout you. They scout you when you go into the playoffs. Okay. Didn't they win a playoff game? The team had time to prepare to watch them on film. Every team gets to watch them, especially the ones in your division. They play you twice. That's cap. They always say, it's a new season.
We'll see.
We'll see this year. Bring it on.
That's what I'm saying. Ultimately, we'll see. Now, let me ask you guys a question, though.
Yeah.
If Fields and whoever we draft going to have comparable careers, I'm saying just somewhat even, should Poles be fired for that?
Who cares?
So if whoever we draft isn't worlds above Fields,
it's going to be Caleb Williams.
Yeah, should they be fired? Because if he's not a generational talent,
he won't be.
And we botched and didn't get C.J. Stroud last season, and then we get rid of Fields, which we've done, and he goes somewhere and he's a starting quarterback, and Caleb comes out to be some sort of diva who's wearing what do you call that, Ace?
Sports bra.
And putting what on his fingers?
Polish.
And crying in whose lap after a loss?
Mom.
Yeah. I mean, come on, Diesel.
Well, I mean, so you're comparing them. So if Fields is in the league for 10 years and then he starts to be a decent quarterback, and then you compare him to these guys who are in the league 1 or 2 years, then, go ahead and compare them all you want. And again, it ain't on me to say Jaden Daniels is not that far behind from Caleb Williams. So I got no problem.
The whole reason you said this was because he was a damn generational talent. Huh?
No, you guys said generational talent.
You
picked
said
up on the reporters. No, that was always you, Mercer, saying he's a generational talent. I said he was good in college. I said he was real good in college. I ain't saying nothing about generational talent. That's your word.
I didn't hear a lot about
the press. You got that from the press for Caleb Williams.
We got it
and
on
he's
tape.
Been running with it every week.
On tape.
Every week, you're the one saying he's a generational talent. He's supposed to be this stuff. That's you saying it. Go pull up the tape. You're going to get yourself saying it every week.
I'm sure Brandy's little brother told Kim Kardashian it's on tape.
Right. You keep saying that to yourself. But Jaden Daniels ain't that far from Caleb. So I got no problem if the Bears trade down to 2 and take Jaden Daniels with the number 2. At least you get more draft capital.
You said Jaden Daniels doesn't play up to his competition. That's what you said.
Why you always putting out bullshit? I ain't never said that.
You did say that.
I ain't never said that shit. Where you coming? You said that last week, and I told you. I ain't never said that. I said I knew him from Arizona State. I didn't even know he was with LSU. He always saying shit I ain't say. Like, fuck y'all.
We'll go back to the tape.
Go to the tape. Go to the tape, and Nick can show you how many times you making up shit.
That's where I'm for real. I'm gonna hire an intern to be going through the tape.
Yeah, put a private eye.
Interns got nothing better to do. You know
but look, and if they don't, let's say they just take Williams. If they take Williams with 1, I think they might need to trade
Williams. Now, if you guys can assume the narrative that we were going to move Fields, which we did, then I'm going to assume the narrative that he's taking. My insiders say that he's taking Halter Top.
And I would trade the 9 pick down to get more picks.
For who?
To get more picks.
He's saying more draft capital.
A later one, another.
We don't need draft capital. We got Caleb Williams.
No, you get more, so you can get more players because you only got like 4.
We don't need anybody else.
Yeah,
we got the quarterback.
He just being an asshole because you mad. You need tissue. Let's send him some tissue through the.
I don't need any tissue. You said we needed Caleb Williams.
He been crying since he gone.
Win the championship.
He been hoping, singing, and praying. Yes, he's still here. Thank God he's still here. Yeah. Nobody wants him. Yeah, he's gonna still be here. Yeah, he's gonna still be here. Now he's been boo-hooing ever since he gone.
You got the pick. You got the pick narrative right up your asshole. Unfortunately, the pick narrative.
Hey, send him some tissue with a box of lube so he can put it on that vice grip that he's been holding on Phil's nuts all this time.
Right up your asshole.
Put him the lube with the vice grip.
You guys, we gotta heal now. The Bears family, we have to heal. The Civil War is over. The pink people have won.
What did you hear him say? I think I'm taking a break from the Bears for the next. What did he say? I think I'm taking a break for the Bears for the next season.
He didn't say that.
Right. Last week, what did he say? Last week, what did he say?
Last week, he said he was going to watch them regardless.
Exactly. Like I had to watch this fool for the past few years.
But he's just venting. He's just venting. You see, you Caleb supporters, which you're not, but you move on field supporters don't understand. There's a venting process that has to happen here. You know what I mean? You guys, come together.
Then say it. After you make, after you make them kind of statements, then you come back later and say, "Hey, I'm just venting. I'm just venting." He ain't saying that. He's standing on it. Like, I ain't messing with the Bears next season.
Well, look at the jersey he wore today.
I'm not going to a Bears game.
Look at the jersey he got on.
He didn't say nothing about going to a Bears. You said, I ain't watching them. Did you say, I ain't watching them? I ain't messing with them. You know what?
I said I'm taking a year off.
What does that mean?
I go to Bears games across the country.
What does that mean?
Just grab your nuts and say, "Oh, we need a new quarterback. He can't play. He's throwing to Equinemius St. Brown, and Equinemius St. Brown is not winning the game. Get the fuck out of here. You might as well be a Packers fan."
Here we go, right here.
I think we should get Diesel. You know, we should get. You see what he's wearing? We're gonna put Caleb's number on there and put it in Bears and buy Diesel one of those halter tops he can wear.
And wear halter top.
He can wear Caleb halter top. Yeah,
we'll get all the Caleb guys. You ain't slick. You be low key trying to play both sides of the fence. 1 minute he like, No, Fields didn't got, man, Caleb Williams, man, Caleb Williams.
Listen,
But then all of a sudden he's like,
no,
man, fuck that shit, man. You see what they did to
I
Fields,
haven't
man?
wavered.
See how they
Said,
get him, man? They're going to do that. They're going to keep it up.
I said I love everything about this guy playing football. I said it.
Both sides of the fence, bro.
No. Oh, look at this
was
guy.
my
Isn't he the
suggestion
one
that
to talk about somebody playing both sides of the fence?
Oh,
Isn't
man,
he the
he's
one?
total teetler.
You don't see me standing
you're
by
the king
Fields
of both
ever.
sides.
You ain't seen me standing by Fields
You're
ever.
the king of
Only
both
thing you heard me
sides of the
say
fence.
about Fields is I said he not a bum. Running is his first priority. Passing is the last thing on his mind.
He was running for his life.
Stick
Stop
by
with that
that.
narrative.
I
His
stick
running was
by
not his
that
first priority in
till
high
now.
school. It wasn't his first priority in college. They wasn't blocking for him, bro. He had
That's
the 27th,
bullshit.
29th, and 30th
You're
worst
looking
line
at
in the
dudes
NFL
wide
in 3
open and you
seasons.
won't throw the ball.
These are
And
stats.
you running is your first priority. When you're
Because
looking at a wide open dude right there and you looking at him and you decide to run.
Yeah,
Running is your
it's
first
easy for you to
priority.
say when you don't have 400-pound guys running a 4.6 coming at you
Trying
immediately
to grab your
after
head by your face, man. Slam
spent 9 times on the road at Cleveland because you got a dumbass coach and you're getting snatched and nobody's blocking and they call it 9-step drops. You know,
put both of y'all on this PR team. You guys do a good job back. We get both of y'all contracts.
Listen, no, I'm going to comment. I need to comment. You said no. I haven't wavered. What I said was, and there's tape, and we're gonna. I said when I watched Caleb, I said there is something special about him. But I've also on record said the same thing about Justin Fields. That's all I'm saying. You know, and I said so. If we move away from Fields, I said, you know, I'm not gonna hate it because I said it's a good problem to have, but my preference, bro, and I haven't changed, my preference was to keep Fields, you know, especially if we were going to let him go for a bag of Cracker Jacks.
Yeah.
A bag of Cracker Jacks, bro.
You're entitling this guy to the starting position without having him play one damn. You haven't even seen him work out.
Oh no! Well, he's going to be a beast days. These arguments against Caleb.
I understand the kid. I'm the one who said, "Who's tanking for damn?" I'm suggesting the damn show who's tanking for Caleb to come to the NFL.
You sure did.
So,
did.
But to get rid of Justin Fields for nothing, to have this guy come in and be the damn starting quarterback of the Bears makes absolutely zero sense. Just because his feelings might be hurt if the last year's starting quarterback was here. Have Justin Fields and Caleb fight for that damn position. And if you don't want Justin Fields at the end of training camp, cut his ass or get rid of him for a 6th-round pick next year. That's what makes sense.
But they were worried about Caleb's feelings. They don't because Caleb's going to come to the locker room with his mom and painting his fingernails. And, you know, he's going to be concerned about, like you were saying, the trophy generation. You know, Justin's right there, the players like him. And man, I'm not listening to
2 things.
And I'm not getting any reps in
Caleb's agent and people and Justin's field agent.
He don't have an agent.
His people. So Caleb and his people, Justin and his people. You drafted quarterback number 1. There's no way that Fields' agent and his people are going to be comfortable with you drafting this guy number 1. And if you drafted him number 1,
but Cable's people,
one of the other is going to hold out and not going to play. They're going to force your hand. Quarterbacks who get drafted high do it. They do it a lot. So it wasn't going to happen. If you drafted number 1, he's got to go. He's got to go.
A quarterback.
He's got to go. I know it hurts.
It doesn't hurt. It's a competition. You talking about his business. Business is having the best player out there.
I told you I'm not gonna die anyway. Now here's why I said I'll eat crow. If this guy is not playing Pro Bowl football next season, I'll come out here and eat crow about JF1. Hold it. But if this rookie, to Ace's point, because everybody keeps talking about CJ Stroud season and all this shit. If you don't have a CJ Stroud type of fucking season, his rookie season, I want Ryan Poles, lion ass, head on a stick. He came in and got rid of all the Bears, got rid of all the Bears who we watched for. You saw am I a Bears fan? I said, ask Ace about it. Ace stood behind him. He's got a big picture. He's building through the draft. Now all of a sudden we're getting all these free agents and now re-signing the guys that came before him. To Dezo's point, Ryan Poles has sat here and gotten rid of everybody he didn't sign.
No, I mean, what is he going to? I mean, they had
Except
a bunch of cap
Jaden
space,
Johnson.
so that's what you had cap space for, is to go get people, right? The dude is an upgrade over Eddie Jackson. He wasn't even in Philadelphia all last season. He got traded to Philly.
Oh, this dude's a Hall of Famer. Shit.
So, I mean, Eddie Jackson wasn't doing shit for like the past 2-3 years.
Agreed.
So, good riddance.
We talked about that.
See you later. Thank you for coming out.
These always had good riddance, and you call yourself a Bears fan.
I am a Bears fan, but I'm also
come on,
a
deserves more.
What
he
you
deserves
just keep
more, but he deserves more than good riddance. He's not like one of these guys where he's not like Velas Jones or something like that.
When I say good riddance, I'm being sarcastic, saying, okay, dude,
you got the same attitude about JF1 being gone too.
Oh no, JF1, I ain't trying to hear all of that shit.
You sound like a Packers fan.
I'm not trying to hear all of that shit.
Is that a G on his head, Ace? Is that a G on his head?
I ain't trying to hear all of that shit. I ain't trying to hear all of that shit with
Fields.
I've been telling y'all forever.
That's a Boys Town hat.
It's a Boys Town hat?
Listen.
It's Cubs hat.
We wish him the best. We wish him the best while he's riding the oak out there in Pittsburgh, okay? Yeah. He's riding the oak out there in Pittsburgh.
We wish Patrick Mahomes
now look, all them other quarterbacks these other teams were signing and stuff, none of them wanted Fields. Now look, I do say
it is something.
It is something.
A rumor that they were offering round two.
Yeah, there was, but that wasn't. It wasn't like all these other teams.
I know it's all right, but
it wasn't all of these teams.
Gardner Minshew.
What? My point is that
Sam Darnold.
All of a sudden, nobody. Why didn't they want him? Why?
Because they're racist.
Didn't want to. Okay.
Thank you.
Calling them racist.
But
okay.
No. Here's what I'm saying. There's a bigger thing going on in the league. They don't want to play Negro quarterbacks. That's the bottom line. They want to create a scenario that we can't do it. That the running Negro quarterback might be successful. That that you got to be able to stand back there in the pocket. They're creating that narrative, bro. It's been created forever, and it's going to continue to be created. And when it's time to pay the black quarterbacks from Russell Wilson on down through the list, go through the list. There's always some sort of nonsensical issue.
Are you kidding? Look what the fuck Russell Wilson have made his career. He's getting $35 million this year. Even though Pittsburgh only got to pay him $1. That motherfucker been paid.
They brought in a racist coach and he didn't want him.
I want to hear that. Look at Deshaun Watson. The motherfucker got 200 and something million guaranteed, and he sucked last year. He sucked.
He was hurt.
Yeah.
But I don't really agree. Now look,
I wouldn't say
do think it's something said he did suck.
Didn't suck.
For what he getting paid, he sucked. Now I agree with the narrative that there's been a stigma on
this guy pulls out
tight,
2 exceptions to the rule.
Running tight quarterback. No. We can go to other ones. Geno Smith got paid.
Geno Smith got paid. Look. Hold up. This is a good case. One of them has been a choir boy, and the other one has been allegedly getting hand jobs, and they both have been maligned and drugged through the media. Why? Go ahead, Diesel. Go ahead.
Now look, Deshaun Watson. And I believe he's been settling with a lot of these people with his cases, right? So if he was doing what they said he was doing, he's lucky to be in the league, right? But he got 200 and 30 to 50 million guaranteed dollars off of the midst of that, right? So that's getting paid.
Instagram.
That's getting paid. Okay,
yes, that's what he was doing.
Geno Smith paid. Even your boy, what's his name? He's a career backup now. But he stays with the team every year. Tyrod Taylor, paid. Okay? Lamar Jackson, he got his money. He got paid. Dak Prescott.
Lamar Jackson,
he went through negotiations. He went through a negotiation
like get his money compared to the white quarterbacks, bro.
White quarterbacks go through negotiations too.
Okay.
No,
so let's name it. Listen, the Cincinnati quarterback, was he drugged through the mud? Was they talking about his mama, and was they talking about he didn't deserve the money he got and he ain't won nothing? The one for Cincinnati, who hasn't won nothing, Joe Burrow. How about Josh Allen? Did they have any conversation all in the media about how much money he was asking for and how much he didn't deserve it? Did anything come up that he allegedly sexually assaulted some girl? You think he hasn't?
So what you're doing is you're mixing all the other quarterback issues into one when you talk about one quarterback who coming off getting an extension. That's off their rookie deal to get an extension, because that's what I believe Burrow got.
I'm not mentioning one. I'm mentioning several.
That's what I believe Burrow got. an extension.
Mm-hmm.
He did take his team to the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson's never been to a Super Bowl.
Dimes.
Who else you mentioned? Josh?
Danny Dimes from the New York Giants and Josh Allen.
Now, Daniel Jones, that was just a bad move. They paid him. That was a bad move. I wouldn't have gave him an extension. No. And it was a lot of stuff. They were on their heads in the press, like, half of them, you shouldn't re-sign Daniel Jones. But if he's your guy, you go ahead and sign him. So for them doing an extension, they made a bad move.
And not signing
and he's
Saquon.
A running quarterback. He's a running quarterback.
And not signing Saquon, who was the,
Saquon was there.
He's a running quarterback. We're making my point. He's a running quarterback and he's white and he got the money, no problem.
Yeah.
It was a bad deal though. It was a bad deal. They paid a running quarterback and look what you got out of him. Nothing.
All right, if you want to sit here and say the NFL's not racist and don't have any bias towards black quarterbacks,
I didn't say that. I'm saying based on what you're saying, I'm giving you.
You sat there and you say it.
I'm giving you instances of black quarterbacks that's getting paid.
You want to sit there and say it? Say it. Right, Ace?
I'm giving you instances of people getting paid and you still keep talking around.
I mean, the national media has the narrative that they're pushing. So
I know what all of this goes back to. The common denominator is the tissue for justice. That's what it all goes back to, bro. All of this yin yang goes back to Justin. That's all. It's okay. I know it hurts.
You got Benji Wilson rolling over in his grave. You got to ask yourself, as a Simeon grad, what would Benji? Every time you wake up in the morning, like my man Stephen A. Smith says, I want to think about how I can make my boss rich. Every day you wake up, you should say, I want, as a Simeon graduate, you should say, what would Benji Wilson do? I want to make Benji Wilson proud. And Benji Wilson.
You probably
would have been a JF1 guy. That's right.
He might have liked him initially and say, hey, but then once he seen him performing,
he ain't making plays in the fourth quarter down the stretch.
Hey, bro, listen, we got love for you.
We need to get rid of
But your fourth quarter is atrocious, man. I mean, what we gonna do? You keep fumbling, turning the ball over, can't get first down.
Damn still alive, man. God damn. But the guys who killed him, man, they doing great stuff. So, hey, but if y'all got anything else to say on this? Because I want y'all in y'all final words. Unless y'all got something else to talk about on this topic. Let's get to your final words and answer the question that's posed on the clock. But y'all got anything else on this topic y'all want to talk about?
I just want to talk the narrative of the NFL and the fact that collusion has been proven in this league, and collusion has again gone against the
You have no proof that rich white men collude against black men. You have no proof of it. That's your emotions talking. Go ahead.
Yeah. I got proof that there's no owner of color in the NFL. I got proof that the GMs will work together to make sure that the colored quarterbacks and the colored running backs don't get paid in this league and devalue. And yes, they're paying the quarterbacks now of color, but that's going to change. It might shift to whoever on those teams.
And
but eventually,
this last year,
they're not going to pay them, because that is the NFL and that's the ownership and that's what they're going to do. But if you want to go ahead and think that they're trading Justin Fields because of
autism, because he's autistic and he can't make plays in the fourth quarter.
That's up to you. If you think that they're getting rid of their starting quarterback for a rookie,
pull the tissues out, Bezo,
and not pulling the team together with a starting quarterback from last year, you can draft a rookie and try and build your team. You got to be crazy. I don't know what the hell Warren and Poles are doing. But I'll get to that in my final word. But there's no way you're going to trade this guy for a 6th-round pick, bring in a rookie, and hope you're going to win in the next 2-3 years.
All you guys keep harping on what they got for the pick, man. He was going regardless, whether they got something or not.
Doing Fields a favor.
They could have got something higher, but he tried to play his cards to get something more. Didn't get it. He was leaving anyway. The key word which you got to remind yourself of Fields is performance. Look at his performance. He sucked. He sucked for 3 years, bro. He sucked. Horrible
Was
record.
he
without
better
a
than Mitch
roster.
Trubisky, Bezo, in your mind? Who would you rather have had?
He would have Mitch Trubisky.
He's thinking.
Yeah, he took us to the playoffs twice, and one time he actually took us down
So
the field.
he took us to the playoffs.
He took us
talent. Did he have
let me.
talent
Yeah,
around him,
you
Bezo?
asked me. You asked me
go
the
ahead,
question.
Go ahead.
I'm
All right,
answering it.
You're right.
He took us to the playoffs. He took us down the field in that playoff game when you needed a drive in the fourth quarter to the last point to give it to double joint kicker who couldn't make a kick.
And he went
that
off
is
to
an
Pittsburgh. And he went off to Pittsburgh and played great. And then he went to Pittsburgh and played great football.
I'm telling you what he accomplished when he was here. I'd take him over Fields because Fields hasn't accomplished anything. Would Fields have accomplished something with that same team? No. I think he would have been in the same predicament that he is right now, not being able to throw the ball.
Well, that's fair.
My biggest issue with it.
That's fair. He's been consistent on that. All right, Diesel. Well, then it sounds like you guys are done with your back and forth. So, Diesel, go ahead and give me your final words, and then you can say anything, but ultimately, please respond to the question.
What's the question?
Copper-colored GM Ryan Poles. Of course, he's on the clock because we got to draft number one. But is he now on the clock for you? Is he closer to being fired if you're the team president now after this move than he would have been if he didn't make it?
No, I think he probably bought himself an additional season with this move. I think he would have if you kept
1 year, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Well, an additional year at the least. He should have an additional year at the least. He's on the clock either way, but he bought us. I think that if he would have stuck with Fields, he definitely was on the clock as far as this season. For this season, he wouldn't. He might not even.
Fields would have had a similar season this season as last season, he'd have lost his job.
Yeah, it would have been no question. But with a rookie. If your rookie's showing promise throughout the season, they may not be winning and everything because, rookie's going to have some mistakes. But if he's showing promise as the season keeps going, and depending on how his other, the other players and everything play, and this draft. So he's still, like I said, if I'm Poles, I'm trading the 9th pick to get either a later first round this year and a 2 or 3, but I'm moving down to get a couple of more picks because I think we
need some day 2 picks. We don't have them.
Yeah, we only have 4 picks. Yeah. The 2 1s, and then I think 2 4s or something like that. It's like or a 4 and a 5. Something. Yeah. It's horrible.
Yeah.
So,
which is why he should have kept Fields and traded the first round pick. But go ahead, these are your final words.
Yeah. So we don't want to keep spinning in the same cycle and circle. And just think about this. If you go through last year's draft and then you go through this year's draft, right? And we already seen a diamond out of the rough from last year's draft, which they didn't see it because if you scouted good enough, you would have seen Stroud and took him, right? Okay. Now, if you go through this year's draft, if there's another diamond
that was rhetorical. These are your final words. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, or even close to a diamond out of this year's draft, and you didn't take a quarterback, you really would set back this franchise. You really would set it back because it's a franchise again who ain't had a legit quarterback for years. So in that regard, the final word is, I know it hurts. Just get over it, folks. Just get over it. That's all you got to do. Just wipe the tears, shed it, regroup. Come after you done stood in the corner, boo-hooing, come back out.
Packers hat this guy's wearing. I swear that looks like a G on his.
Blame it on whatever you want to blame it. I know it hurts. It makes your vision get blurry when you start boo-hooing over fields like that. So, but yeah, that's it. I'm looking forward to the next season. I'm happy he's gone. Happy. Couldn't be more proud that he's gone because somebody seen what I've seen, and quite frankly, most of the other NFL teams seen what I've been seeing.
Yeah, they're racist.
That's why most of them didn't have interest in it. So, except for a few diehard boo-hooers, get you a subscription to Kleenex. It's all good.
Will Justin Fields be a starter in the NFL this season at some point next season?
if there's
Ever
no
again.
injury,
Ever again.
Oh, he'll be a starter again. Yeah. He not now. Remember, I ain't never said he was a bum.
Yeah, he'll be good for another team.
He'll be a starter again in the league. Wilson again.
Come back and rush for 250 yards against the Bears.
He's gonna rub it right up there.
Right down guys like you throat. Oh, I'm gonna be so fucking happy
Yeah,
when he comes back and rush for 300 yards against the Bears.
Right. Notice what you said. Rush
down your
throat.
Yeah, I'm a Bears fan, but when Fields comes to town, I'm rooting for Justin Fields. Damn it! And I hope he rushes for 1,000 yards in one game against your goddamn
and not
team.
pass. Right. Rush. Keyword rush for 250. Rush for 350. Yeah, all that's rushing.
Six
touchdowns. Let him keep doing it.
Yeah, he don't like running quarterbacks. He don't like Vince Evans.
Let him keep running. Let him keep running.
He don't like Vince Evans, Ace. He didn't like Vince Evans. Damn well he never liked Vince Evans even back in the day.
God.
When we were kids growing up, we trying to have dreams. We were dreaming like, ooh, he's black. I was on the school, the hallowed schoolyards of William H. Ray School, Drop Dead Gorgeous with the ivy. We was out there playing. Benji Wilson used to play out there at Ray School basketball. People don't know that. We saw 57. But yeah, he's playing. But bro, what I'm saying is, bro, hallowed school, the grounds of Ray School, we knew things. We knew things that you guys don't know even today.
We didn't know about Vince Evans, huh?
Yeah, we were dreaming to be Vince Evans.
And we knew
I was
that
out there like Vince Evans.
He wasn't good. That's
y'all didn't like him. Y'all like to pick the white down.
Yeah, they picked the white guys at Simeon.
I ain't picking
That's
no
what they
Buster.
was doing. They was Larry Bird when they was in gym at Simeon.
Y'all
was Jordan. They was Larry Bird. These are Larry Bird. Yeah, he was.
Man, you guys picking dudes just because they black, but they busted.
Yeah. You did right. He was John Paxson. He was John Paxson. You know what I mean? He already said he had the jump shot. You know what I mean?
John Paxson won the shit.
John Paxson was the hero. Great final words though, these are except for the tissue at the end. It's a bit smug. You could have used a little more decorum.
Let me be Vince Evans here, man. Go give me that Vince Evans jersey. Your father look at you like, boy, Vince Evans, you know what I mean? Turn on.
You should get a Vince Evans jersey, first of all. Ace will hire Vince Evans as his quarterback coach.
Listen, he can be on his PR team just like he's on JF1's PR team. Go ahead.
Vince Evans' best receiver was Walter Payton.
Payton. Blame it on everybody else but the person who was doing it. Right.
Yeah.
Payton had nothing. But he was a bad dude. You ain't see him blaming nobody else.
He was a Hall of Famer.
He was a bad dude.
Was Brian
bad? They're going around comparing people to Walter Payton. That's your problem. And you compare Halter Top to
you never heard him complain about his offensive line.
You've never seen Sideshow Bob in a halter top. You've never seen Sideshow Bob paint his nails. You've never seen Sideshow Bob crying in his mom's lap. But yet everybody says generational.
Why do you keep everybody else saying he's generational? See, how you keep bringing it up? He's generational. He's generational.
Well, that's the narrative.
I ain't say that. I ain't never said
you said draft him.
I wouldn't mind if they take him or Jaden Daniels. And I keep telling Jaden Daniels
Jaden Daniels, little skinny in the NFC North. You gonna bring in this little skinny guy?
But he's black. That's what you love.
We're gonna go back to the table.
Now you don't like him.
You couldn't play up to the competition
because another black, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. See how y'all just be
like a tornado. Skinny. That's why we said it. It has nothing to do with what color he is. It's the content of a man's character, not the color of a person's
skin. That ain't what you're saying. You said the color. I'm rooting for him regardless. I don't care what he does. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if he threw 25 interceptions in 2 games. That's my guy. He's black. Let's go. Yeah. Fuck out of here. Get Vince Evans right to the bricks.
Ultimately,
you said Vince Evans was throwing a Brian Best nigga.
Well, I want him to summarize his position before we get to your final word, Jason. So Poles is not on the clock, but maybe you're going to give him through the end of this season based off of this move. And then what are you judging it on? Wins and losses, or how Caleb looks, or how the team looks overall?
Whoever I'm judging this on, whatever the quarterback that they take, how his progress throughout the season. So whether he starts off hot, goes through a little lull mid-season and picks it back up, or whether he stays consistent throughout the whole season. If the quarterback play looks consistent throughout the season, then we're good. Now, where the record will be, not sure. But if the quarterback ain't if the quarterback's looking subpar through the whole season and doesn't show no promise, then that's an issue. Because again, it goes to
I'm
the
muting them so you
scouting.
don't have to hear the sarcastic laugh. Go ahead, Diesel.
Yeah, but I keep hearing it, so I know you ain't totally muting them. You like
I just muted them, bro. Damn, I just did it. All right.
you like doing this shit. Yeah. So, hey, Poe's you got to scout, bro. You got to scout. It doesn't matter who everybody else is saying is the guy. It matters who you think is the guy. That's who you go and pick. If they thought and seen CJ Stroud last year, you should have went and got him. Fuck everything else. That's who you take. And then look what you turn out into. Same thing this year. Whoever you think is the guy. If it ain't Caleb and whoever it is that you do like, manipulate it and go get that person and let them start. That's how you do it. But you don't go by what everybody else is saying.
How many wins do the Bears need to win before you don't fire Poles this season? Because your boy, what's his name, the president, Ace, he said 9 wins. Hey, he ain't playing. Yeah, Poles might think that's his boy because Poles was not his guy. Okay, he didn't hire Poles either.
Yeah, yeah, he didn't. I stick to what we said when we were talking about what would they be finishing at.
Yeah, based you on said about 8, 9. Yeah.
I said like 9 to 11. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, he got to give me 9, bro. Like, here's what I'm saying, Ace. When I had said, I'm gonna throw it to you for funny words. When I had said, Diesel, when he was like, I'm on the fence. It's based upon when I see the progression. If we came back with Justin next year and still had all these players, how many wins you think we'd have got? We coming off 7. You keep Justin healthy, shore up this line. With the momentum we had, we would have won at least 9 next season, maybe 10. So, man, you got to give me 9. You got to give me 9.
You got to get 9. Because if we had Justin, remember what I said? 9. I said he's going to get 9. Any other quarterbacks, I said it should be 9 to 11 because the defense was already good.
Any quarterback.
The rookie could give me 8.
I'm talking about that they draft.
I'm not going to fire anybody if he give me 8 victories.
Or whoever that they drafted to replace him, we should get 9 to 11. Based on our defense is real good, and it looks like we tightened it up on the ends where we were messing up in the fourth quarters. Sometimes when those teams would come back on us, the kicker we got as good as just our returns. The return
and the defense is solid. The defense is solid now. Close games out, keep other teams off the board. I mean, this kid Caleb or whoever they bring in. They got a Pro Bowl team set up for him. So all he's got to do is sit in the driver's seat and be a genius.
They still need a center, right?
They got one. They signed one. A starter, too. Yep.
Okay. So we got a center then. What's
we got a center
thing, like a left tackle maybe?
Yep. They're going to bring in a stud tackle, swing tackle, the competition. Yep. And we need a guard, one more guard, the depth, because the injuries is what hurt us on our line. One guy goes down and we're screwed. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Oh, and then I didn't get a chance. I know y'all talked about it right before I got on, but Swift is that's a huge upgrade to the number 1 running back. I didn't get a chance to talk about how
important a running back is to a quarterback. Would have been important for Justin Fields, but your boy Poles moved off Montgomery for a couple $1 million, Ace, because he was conspiring against Justin Fields. Bottom line, Diesel said it. Diesel said it 2 years ago.
Montgomery didn't want to come back.
No, I think they offered Montgomery some money, but it wasn't what Detroit offered him.
Correct.
I think they did offer him.
Right, but we had the money. We could have offered him more. It wasn't like we was just sitting there with extra cap space. They could have paid the man the money. He wasn't a Fields guy. He wasn't a Poles guy, and Poles didn't want to do anything to help Justin Fields. That's why he brought in all them young-ass players who didn't know what the hell was going on, missing blocking assignments and shit.
Yeah, well, I'm like Swift and Herbert. That's a good combination because Herbert is a reliable backer. He ain't really
wasn't complete. You had all them young players. Like they keep saying for this rookie, you can't have a rookie center, you can't have a rookie running back. They did all that with young Justin Fields. You know what I mean? Rookie everybody around him. He had to deal with all that, bro. So what I'm saying is we're in much better shape. We'd have been in better shape if they were well. I'm throwing it to you. Go ahead and wrap it up, Diesel, and then we appreciate you. And then it's on you, Ace. And close it out.
I'm done. You can go ahead, Ace.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Diesel. But Diesel predicted it, bro. Great final words. He did predict all of this. Son of a bitch, Poles. Son of a bitch. Go ahead, Ace.
Well, Yeah,
Oh, wait, Ace, wait, real quick. Do
go
you think
ahead.
that he so remember when we spoke about it in the kind of like mid early season that we if we thought Poles was sabotaging them, right?
Mm,
So and then remember when Fields got hurt, right?
yeah,
And
I
then
said it.
didn't we discuss if he should let him play again or not
Yeah,
let him play if he
yeah.
was like trying to set him up?
Yeah,
And
Yeah, and he should have let him play in the Carolina game. Remember, Ace? There was that Carolina game. Fields was gonna go ape shit that game. They was talking about we're
yeah,
gonna give him another week. Yeah,
yeah.
they didn't want him to look good against
Yeah,
Carolina.
I
Yep.
said I said he wasn't smart enough to do that shit, but apparently, he had
You didn't think
a
you said
different
that, but you
agenda.
didn't think he was pricky enough. That's really what you meant. You didn't think he had that in him, man. He does.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
look at it, he's a white man in a black body. He's one of those
yeah,
guys. At the end of
yeah.
the day, he is.
I
Diesel. He is.
I ain't
Now you
saying
don't want to
that.
go
So
racial.
so
No,
so I'll eat crow on
I don't
that.
know him like that to
He's a
be
wigger.
saying
I didn't
something
know he
like
was a
that,
wigger.
man.
He's a wigger. He came in, let's get to work. You know what I mean? Work, he got paid. He got paid less than anybody else. He's Booger. He's Booger McPose. We need to give him a name like Booger or something. We got to come up with something for Pose because he's getting too much credit out here.
He is,
Mm-hmm.
but
And wait,
I
you
didn't
Booger
got
think.
hey,
Pose.
you got to give him credit though.
Mm-hmm.
Pull off the first round pick in the draft 2 years in a row. That ain't easy to do, bro.
Yeah,
That's
he could
not
have.
Well, the
He
first
could.
year was because the team sucked and he gutted it. You know what I mean?
However you had to do it, and actually we owe it to
And
Lovey for
Lovey.
helping us
Yeah,
that
and Lovey.
first time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But to get the first pick in the draft 2 years in a row, that ain't easy shit to do. That's hard. That's hard. I don't care how bad you suck or whatever. You need some luck and the Lovey
yeah,
luck situation, and then the Carolina luck situation. Because I didn't understand. They tanked their whole team. Basically, they
They
gave
didn't have no
dude
draft capital.
nothing,
Shit, they didn't
nothing.
have to. That motherfucker, that's the thing. They don't have no draft capital. You don't want to be, and that's when Poles got here. We didn't have no draft capital, so that
right.
so he had to rebuild that. But yeah, well said though. All right, Ace, it's on you, bro. Final word.
Well, I think we could have been in the top five 3 years in a row. Maybe not number one next year, but the number one pick doesn't absolutely guarantee you the best quarterback in the draft. Um, the fact that the Bears would get rid of our starting quarterback and 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 not commit to taking Caleb Williams number one overall. Uh,
We want Fields.
yeah,
We want
I mean,
Fields. We want Fields. 65% of the fan base wanted Justin to stay. Go ahead,
yeah.
though.
But if you keep Fields, even if you trade that pick, because the pick was valuable, it's always valuable. Number one pick in the draft, especially when you have a quarterback that everybody is clamoring for. And we did a show early in the year that teams were doing what they could to get Caleb, should be doing what they could to get Caleb Williams in the draft. Um, I would have traded that pick to put myself in a position for two number one picks next year, as well as whatever else I could have got, a second or a fifth, or yeah, and still hold on to Justin. You build your team through free agency. You're going to have maybe the 3 and the 9 and whatever other picks that you were going to have in this year's draft. It, 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 I, I don't understand.
We're looking at a holistic approach where we could have drafted a quarterback in the third round, like a Michael Penis, developed him Justin's last 2 years, continued to
Yeah,
evaluate Justin
yeah,
since he wasn't a bad quarterback. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And then if we would have had so much draft capital, there'd be another generational talent in this recent
yeah.
generation. There'll be another generational talent next week. Go ahead,
And
Ace.
you're looking in the 2025 draft, and you got guys that are going to be available, and it's it's hard for me to fathom where giving up on this pick and giving up on Justin was viable for the future of the Bears when you came into town telling me that you're going to build this team through the draft, and now your second draft, you're building the team through free agency and hoping to see what you can get out of these 4 picks out of the current draft. He might trade the 9th pick. I don't know why. Go get those 2 number 1 picks and see what happens. But I'm just disillusioned by what I was told by your Pookie Poles when he came into Chicago, and he put himself in a great position to get a generational talent as far as Marvin Harrison Jr., as far as number 1 pick for us this year. If you want to
and Ace, how can this be good for his job when you go against the grain of 65% of your customer base? You go against the grain of 90% of your employees.
Yeah.
And you make that move. How can this be a safe bet? Like everything's riding on halter top.
Well, because the pink people tell you that this is what you need to do. This is what you said you were going to do, and this is the best position for your team.
If you want to keep your job, you fucking mooly. We don't respect you because you drink Clorox. Nobody respects you. Go ahead. You sold your own people out.
And I got to look back at even in the San Francisco era, you had Joe Montana, Hall of Fame quarterback. You bring in a Steve Young, who was a Hall of Fame quarterback. They fight it out for the position. Eventually, Montana gets hurt and goes on to Kansas City. You got Steve Young. He continues to have a Hall of Fame career. But these guys are, working with each other, learning the craft, and doing what they do.
Getting comfortable in the system, getting comfortable as men, as pros.
Yeah. And now you instead of having Justin Fields in a position as a starter quarterback and whoever it's not whoever you pick, you're going to pick Caleb Williams as the backup, or the kid learning his craft in his first year, as Patty Mahomes did, because Sideshow Bob. You just came from damn Kansas City. You saw what it took to build that team. To get rid of Justin Fields for nothing is, yes, definitely. Pookie Poles is on the clock.
Pookie Poles.
And he's on the clock until this quarterback he chooses, who's coming in as a rookie, who's trying, and historically in the NFL has told you rookies do not succeed in the NFL. They're not going to win your Super Bowl. They're not going, and it's going to take a few years, maybe another team for them to progress.
Come on, CJ Stroud, the Christian who talks about Yahusha and praise, who scored low on the Negro test, the slave test at the combine. He scored like a 0 on it. Look what he did. And you know what I mean? You're saying this kid who's crying on his mom's lap in public at 23 years old. It's
Yeah, I'm just saying, who's the kid? CJ Stroud, I said should have won number 1 in the draft last year. He's kicking it with Amber Rose this year, so that's going to be a detriment to next year's season.
Oh my God, it sure is. She's a succubus in my opinion. But go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? So
you say succubus on the?
You can say whatever the hell you want. This is,
big ups to you too. Big ups.
It's just trading of Justin Fields show, but there are other factors that go into these quarterbacks succeeding, and his mixture with. I gotta say, she's got to be she's not a Kardashian, but she's a damn near close to being a Kardashian as far as this kid.
She was a succubus before the Kardashians started. She taught them.
Yeah, so this kid not succeeding this year. So you think you're gonna bring in a guy with a halter top this year and get rid of your starting quarterbacks and succeed, and maybe get to the playoffs and win the playoffs. And you got two teams in your division. You got to get past Detroit. You got to get past the Packers you haven't beat in the last few years.
FGB.
Well, yeah, FGB, absolutely. But they are a team in front of us as far as the records of last season. So he is definitely on the clock. I'm not sure if this generational talent that everybody's saying that Ted Williams
All of a
is.
sudden, they acting like they haven't said it. All of them are. You know, they want to move on him and move on Jaden Daniels when he saw the halter top and shit. Now he ain't generational no more.
Yeah, even Diesel, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
He wants to move out. Yeah, he's not a generation.
He saw the halter tops, and I ain't don't act like he ain't never. Yeah.
Now he don't want to say what he said about Jay Daniels. Yeah, that you know he doesn't play to his competition. Correct. I mean, we got it. We got it on tape.
And the guy's skinny.
But anyway,
go ahead.
But anyway,
high yellow.
That's my final word. Yes, he's on the clock.
What's your message to Bears fans, bro? Message to true Bears fans.
True Bears fans are Bears fans. They love the Bears. I said I was taking a year off from the Bears, and I am. I'm not going to any Bears games next year.
You're gonna watch them, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I'll watch them. Yeah,
you gonna watch them?
Anybody can watch them on TV, but I've been
This is serious, Ryan Poles. This is freaking serious. I mean, seriously. I'm watching the games, but go ahead, bro.
I haven't been to Bears. I've been to Bears.
You gotta watch the rookies' development. He's gonna come out there in a halter top pregame, throwing the ball around, bro. You gonna miss that?
Yeah, he's gonna be in his pink, green, and blue top.
Yeah, I want to see what color the quarterback's gonna have his fingernails this week. My bad. Go ahead. These are your final words.
I mean, everybody's saying that business is a business, but you know, you got to go into a locker room and you got to win these guys over. You're going to be the starting quarterback. I don't know who the hell these guys they got. Mark Ribbon and Tyson Bagent are the 2 and 3s. So you got to win these guys over. You want to go to war with them. You want to battle when they was ready to battle.
And Bagent's going to be backstabbing them allegedly with the steroids history in his. He backstabbed. He politicked JF1 the whole time. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm smart. Remember, he's in his. I'm smart. I process fast. And his. I do things Justin can't. In his fucking post game conference, man, if you don't shut your ass up.
And I'm not sure about DJ Moore and this. The new guy they brought in from Allen. They brought in from L.A. DJ Moore never committed to anybody. He was like, the quarterback is the quarterback. And, Allen is basically saying the same thing. So, it's up to them to prove that this guy that the Bears are bringing in will be this generational talent. The running back will be the next guy, our new number one. And the running back room will be what it is. But,
answer this. We reset the quarterback clock, but to the detriment of all these other players we've been signing and rookies, and now they're older. Now we have to sign them all up by the time I think the quarterback will be ready to make a real playoff run. So let's say 2-3 seasons from now, we're going to be in salary cap hell because you know what I mean? I'm serious. And then when it's time to pay him, if he is generational, it's going to be $80 million a season. Go ahead.
It definitely will, and that's the thing that I was saying. I mean,
the Bears ain't going to pay that shit. Go ahead.
You're saying you want to reset the quarterback clock. The quarterback clock didn't need to be reset. You're looking at $30 million for the next 2 years for JF1.
JF1 was going to do it on the cheap. Go ahead, since nobody wanted them. Go ahead.
Yeah, and you instead of that $30 million, you could have negotiated a contract, maybe get them for the next 4 or 5 years.
At 35, yeah.
Well, you got these players that you're signing that'll be on a contract for the next 3 to 4 years. But instead,
and you could have developed Michael Penis during the meantime.
You could have got you a quarterback in the later rounds and had JF1 and had another pick, number one pick for two number one picks for next year.
And had more picks for this season. You know, it goes on and on. Go ahead. Right.
But I just think it was just short-sighted thinking on the Bears' reaction to what the national narrative was, reaction to what everybody said they should be doing, and it's not going to be a.
Why hasn't Poles come out there and say something to the effect of, hey, I'm going to apologize to the fan base, Ace. I know you guys love Justin, and I love Justin, and I have no doubt in my mind that Justin Fields will one day be a all-pro or Pro Bowler in this league. This guy, you know, y'all know I was in KC, and I couldn't pass up on this opportunity because I see everything I saw in Patty Mahomes. Why don't he come out and say some shit like that since he wants to, you know, be a JF1 guy and help JF1?
I don't think that
he ever liked him.
Yeah. And it's apparent that he never liked them to get rid of him for a 6th-round pick, to get rid of him for nothing.
Hey, you remember Roquan? You remember Roquan, our foundational piece? He had no respect for Poles, bro. He left here with a salty taste in his mouth for him and how he handled business, and so did David Montgomery.
Yeah, and you're gonna send our quarterback to a team to set them up to be set for quarterbacks for however long they want to be. So yeah, it's a bad situation as far as I'm concerned.
Funny how Harbaugh can bring in Roman for that drop dead gorgeous quarterback in San Diego. And when we mentioned the Bears should have hired Greg Roman to tutelage Justin Fields. He's old and that won't work in today's league.
No interest. Yeah. So my final word is he's on the clock. It was a bad move.
Wow. This is a homer talking, Ryan Poles. Go ahead.
It was a bad move. I mean, to tell me that you're coming in to build this team through the draft, and then the next year you go to free agency and sign 7-8 players,
and suggest that you're not just in here to gut
for the next 2 years.
Ace, and he suggested that he's not here to just gut all of the original players. He suggested that.
Yeah, when he did. And there's no way. I understand you could have set up your time frame, your extension, your clock by having Justin set up the draft for the next at least 2 to 3 years by trading his number one pick again, by showing some balls that hey, we don't have to go with the national narrative. Who gives a damn about us skipping on the number one pick for 2 years?
Right.
We got 2 number one picks next year. We got a quarterback now. We got a damn awesome wide receiver room. Defense is damn near unstoppable. And you're going to tell me that you're trying to save your job? Get the flan out of here.
I mean, seriously, Ace, Poles has got to say something because you gave him up for a 6th-round pick. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he should be out here like, man, look, the guy we're going to get, and I'm not willing to talk about it unless somebody want to take the guy we're going to get. Hey, look, man, it was tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy's that. Like, he ain't doing none of that. Like, he ain't doing nothing.
He's slipping back into the Ryan Pace era, and I think he's going to, he's not going to probably pop out until the draft night or later to give the Bears fans, some kind of information about what the hell he was thinking.
Why him and Kevin Warren and Flus, they haven't done their dumbass press conference yet after trading the franchise quarterback away for a 6th-round pick?
I don't think Kevin Warren will be in a press conference with him. He'll have Flus sitting on the side, and after the draft to let the Bears fandom know that this is what he thought he was best for the franchise, and whatever happens after this is what happens. But you lied to me. You lied to me. You told me you were going to build this team to the draft, and 1 year after tearing down the team, um, when you had the opportunity to continue building the
And
team
Milz
through the
say we
draft,
just support people because they're black.
yeah, you had a chance to continue building the team through the draft. You did. You did the absolute opposite. You went through free agency and you gave away all our damn draft picks for this particular draft, and you're going to get a guy that maybe is a generational talent, maybe not. But if he is, you could have hit. If he's not, you could have hedged your bet for next year and had us back in the with maybe one or two, well, just one lottery pick for whoever took Caleb.
In a
And
hundred years without a quarterback, what was one more year going to do? Go ahead,
yeah,
Ace.
yeah. So I mean that's my final word. I'm just mentally processing about what he came in telling us. You're going to take the North and never give it back. It didn't have to be this year. You're looking up to FGB and Detroit, but you could have continued to build depth with the Bears roster, and you could have put us in position next year to build more depth in the draft by fleecing another team out of draft picks, and you decided not to do it. So, um, my problem
Hell,
with the
we could
whole
have signed Minnesota's quarterback. Go ahead if we was going to
yeah
do this. Shit.
my problem with the whole situation is no, you lied to me and you didn't do what you said you were going to do, and now next year, what the hell are we looking at? You want to be you want to be back in the lottery or back in top 10 of picks because we had a losing record, or we could have been in the top 10 in picks just because we traded the damn draft pick we had this year and going forward for next year, and we still got damn Justin as a quarterback, and we could have signed him next year for a longer term deal based on performance, based on whatever the hell happened this year, and we could have been in the playoffs. So there's no chance of us being in the playoffs with a damn rookie quarterback. It happened with C.J. Stroud, which was a historic event, and you think you're going to do that again in Chicago?
It
It's
happened with
because
Pookie Wilson too, but they didn't give him any credit.
yeah.
They didn't give him credit.
Yeah, that's my final word. I think he's on the clock. It was a bad move. All of you guys, all of you Bears fans that want to get rid of Justin Fields, yeah, that's fine. You could have did it next year, but the fact that we had the number one pick this year and we could have set ourselves up for the next couple of years made more sense than the move the Bears made by getting rid of Justin for nothing and bringing in a rookie quarterback to see what the hell is going to happen for the next 2 to 3 years. So that's my final word. Brian Poles, you're on the clock. And FGB.
How many wins do we got to get next season if you're the president? Because if you're Kevin Warren,
Yeah.
and you feel the way you feel, because Kevin Warren seemed to have liked Poles. So I mean, liked Fields. So assuming that's true.
Yeah.
And you made that move, and he made that move against your better wishes and better judgment. How many W's do you need to see out of the Bears? But you're not watching any games so far. It may change. He may watch it on TV, he says. But how many W's do you need to get out of next year's version of a football team before you say, Poles, we had your shit packed up for you and your key card don't work. You can't get in Hallis Hall.
Went from 3 to 7. And should have been in the playoffs last year.
And the quarterback's generational. He's Pat Mahomes.
Despite some defensive lapses and fourth quarters of several games.
Mm-hmm. You got Pat Mahomes back there now.
This playoffs are bust. Because what's the alternative? The alternative is ripping whoever the hell that is and Beijing.
And the alternative is hedging on the year after, saying, okay, the first year the rookie's developing and he probably won't make the playoffs, but the next year he's going to make the playoffs. And then you ask yourself, well, would we have made the playoffs next season with Justin Fields and that following season and any following season after that? These are the questions you got to ask yourself, bro.
Well, the question is, we make the playoffs next year. Let's say we win 9-10 games, make the playoffs next year, and we're sitting with 2 number 1 draft picks next year, and whatever the other haul we got from getting rid of this damn pick. So, yeah, playoffs are bust.
Damn. All right, Pookie Pose, you heard it right here. And for my final words, Ace, I'm going to take a different approach, bro. We're here. It's Chestnut. Oh, my bad. It's Chestnut Checkers. We're here. I was on the record saying I want Justin Fields, and so I'm not happy. I'll be quite frank. I'm all over the internet making comments. Well, all over YouTube, in comments, whatever. So it is what it is. Now, I have evaluated Caleb Williams. Now, all of this get Jaden Daniels stuff. I haven't really evaluated him, and I'm not. I did look at Caleb thoroughly. Man, if I could take Justin's off the field intangibles and put them into Caleb, man. And that's why I thought it would have been good to have them together, because they both could have learned from one another ultimately. But the approach I'm taking is this. This guy better be Patty Mahomes. That's a lot. You guys have said he's generational, and he's Patty freaking Mahomes. Okay? So there was a lot of teams when Michael Jaffe Jordan played, and, oh, this guy's the next Michael Jordan. He's Michael Jordan. No, he isn't. He isn't. Patty Mahomes isn't a generational player. He's a lifetime player. A history of the world type of person. Character matters. How you carry yourself in a locker room matters. We're making these comments tongue in cheek, Ace and I. What do you think the Bears players are doing? So, but pretty sure Caleb can handle it. He's going to go through a lot of hazing his rookie season. I will support the young man. Your nickname is Halter Top. Okay. Similar to Carrot Top. So going forward, your Halter Top. Will I cheer when we draft you? Suppose I got no other choice. If we moved down and picked up more draft capital, would I be more interested in that? Ace, I might be more interested in that at this point. I don't know. So I guess I'm going to have to do some research on Jaden Daniels, but that's pretty fucked up that we're here. Is Ryan Poles on the clock? Got to look at everything he's done in his totality. I'm going to say this. If this guy is not fucking Patty Mahomes, Poles is fired. Period. Point blank. If he is Patty Mahomes, he's got a job for the next 10 years. So that's it. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, or concerns, please feel free to drop a comment below. That's all we got for today's show. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay loyal to the Navy and Orange out the app. Bear down out the app. FGB, and don't forget to bring your mouthpiece to the Justin supporters. Bro, I got a homeboy out here, man. He loves Russell Wilson. And man, we used to be talking at work about the Russell and Justin and how they all get my line. Like, he was a Bronco fan. Yeah. And it's crazy that now they're both on the same damn team playing for the black coach who's on the clock every year, even though he's got an NFL record of most winning seasons ever. But that's meaningless. That means nothing.
Yeah, it's a narrative.
Yeah, it's meaningless. So, man, but I'm not gonna go as far as this brother. I will be watching the games because I do like seeing rookies develop. This is gonna be interesting. To Caleb's team, you better watch that Chicago media, boy. Because all they doing is trolling for views, and you think they're your friend, they gonna be on your ass. They gonna be on your ass.
They love you now. They gonna hate you later.
Yep. And that 35% of the fan base that wanted to get rid of JF1 and couldn't see no good in him, they're not gonna see any good in you. You're gonna be Vince Evans with painted fingernails. He didn't like Derrick Rose. I'm just saying, man.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, good luck, bro. And I'm a supporter of Halt the Top, but you find yourself sliding through the city of Shine, you better be checking your blind spot.
I'll be in Pittsburgh next year.
Blitzburg.
Seats are cheaper anyway.
Check your six.
Mouthpiece included.
Keep your head on a swivel.
TATN.
Watch your back.
TATN.
Guard your grill.
TATN.
Knuckle up.
Guard your grill.
Get on.
Mouthpiece included.
And don't forget it, baby. And don't forget to. Thanks for your support.
Mouthpiece included.
And don't.
Like, share, subscribe.
Mouthpiece included.
Stuff is gone. That's how they do brothers, man.
Take their money away.
It's all your fault, Fookie. You
They don't
gotta
want
be
to
better.
get
You gotta be
FGP.
better, everybody, Fookie.
paid. Pookie Pose, you on the clock.
Yeah, Fookie Fold.